Fanboys and felons, welcome back to another Vanguards video. Got a super simple one here today, kind of just like last video. The last video I showed y'all pretty much every single way you can possibly get rerolls here, but I figured everyone probably wants to chase Alucard, myself included, so I would show the two ways that I'm currently farming rerolls, and I like to divide it in two different categories. So one of them is the more free-to-play friendly method, and then the other one is pretty much a more advanced or late game-esque method. Now, obviously, I would probably recommend the late game method, but if you are a beginner, we're gonna start with you first. So the beginner one, it's super simple. Just spam infinite. You just go here, Planet Namek, any infinite, honestly, it doesn't matter. Now, while I did just say it doesn't really matter, I would still go for Namek because you kill the enemies faster. So, with Namek, it's pretty straightforward. You want to get the wave 10 and then just restart. If you're gonna macro it, that's what I would suggest. If you're a brand new player or you don't have strong enough units to maybe make it to wave 50, I would just straight up make a macro, let it go to wave 10, and then just restart the match, and then just rinse and repeat over and over and over again. However, if you're able to get to wave 50 pretty comfortably, and you can effectively kill every single enemy really, really fast, the method's going to be a lot faster, and you're going to get more gems. So, as you can see up here, it's about to be wave 10, and pretty much you get to wave 10 in about 3.5 minutes. So you get 100 gems, and you pretty much, all you do is just go to the wheel down there, vote restart, yes, rinse and repeat. You're gonna do the exact same thing over and over. Now, you can use Tiny Task to macro this, or if you want pretty much a fail-proof method, I would probably recommend, everyone's known by now this macro, Informal. Informal is pretty much the best, most advanced macro that you can probably use. It's used by thousands and thousands of tower defense players. Your favorite YouTubers use it probably, so I would highly recommend maybe investing into that. It is so worth it. Trust me, you really won't regret it, and a lot of people are always in the chats willing to help you out, so I would recommend that. But for something like this, honestly, you could definitely get away with making a Tiny Task. All you have to do is just make sure that you time it to where it's 3.5 minutes, and then it copies your moves. So you go to the wheel there, you restart, yes, and then you also have to hit this cancel and this, and then you can probably record that whole thing and then wait till it's like 3 minutes, and then just rinse and repeat, like I said. But again, if you're able to make it a wave 50, highly suggest you go for that, because it's gonna be a lot better. And you also do have the infinites quest, which do give you gems too if you make it to wave 50. But now let's go ahead and move on to the, I guess I call it the more advanced method. So the second method I use, and this is where I most definitely really strongly suggest you do only Informal, is the Sid raid. Now, you've heard of it 100 times, and if you're like me, you probably don't have Monarch on Escanor. Unfortunately, my Escanor only has Ethereal, but turns out if you have Broly, which you definitely should, he is definitely more than enough. So we can go ahead and go here, and then we can go to the Sid raid now. It's Act 1 is definitely a lot easier, but you only get 100 gems, and then Act 2 will give you 150 gems, and those 50 extra gems does really make a difference. And then, obviously, you do want burbs too, so burb drops are there, but let me go inside and show you pretty much. Okay, so I'll just show you what the macro will probably end up doing either way. So it's probably going to place both of those. It's going to place your Urza, and then you're going to want to place your Broly here. So Urza can be replaced by quite literally anyone. And then honestly, Broly can just be literally the strongest character you possibly have. He's just here to pretty much attack Sid. That's his only function here. So we're gonna place the rest of our farms here, and then we're gonna also upgrade them, and we're just gonna straight up max them out. So with the advanced macro and informal, it will be able to read the atomic countdown, so it will be able to activate the towers. But obviously, if you are manually grinding this, you will definitely have to just pay attention by yourself, just so you make sure you don't miss out on those towers. And by wave 6, if your Broly does in fact have Monarch, he should be able to take down the first face of Sid, and then you will have everyone maxed out in terms of your farms, so you can just auto upgrade your Broly, and he will just absolutely start going crazy on him once you start generating that money. Especially with his crits, you definitely want to activate his ability, because he's going to build up his crit and all that. So yeah, Broly's going to start doing some pretty stupid numbers. And you can definitely make this a lot more efficient with someone like Escanor, or someone with a higher DPS than Broly like Alucard. But if you're watching this, like I said in the beginning, chances are you are farming for Alucard. So but yeah, this is what I'm saying. You got to pay attention to the numbers. So he said 3 1 2, so we find 3, we stand by it, and then once it's done, we're going to be able to interact with it. So we're going to go here, and then 3, and then 1 2 4. Oh, hold on, I accidentally double tapped it. 3 1 2 4. There we go. So, let's just ignore that. But sure, let's try to make it more efficient. There we go. So, boom. We're going to set your priority to close this. We're going to activate your domain. And then we're going to auto upgrade everyone. So, there we go. We literally have everyone plays at wave 2. So, this run's definitely a lot better. Alright, well, no, that's a good note for y'all to keep in mind. Don't accidentally double tap the same tower. Or else you're pretty much cooked. But yeah, just make sure to pay attention to those countdowns, and then you should be chilling here. I don't think Broly ever gets maxed out. I might be totally wrong, so I guess we'll find out. But if he does end up getting fully maxed out before Sid does die, we can also place another DPS unit and pretty much help with the speed of the entire run. It's 4 3 2 1. So that one was pretty easy. So there we are. 1 3 4 2. Okay, so let's go to the 1. So yeah, this one's pretty easy once you have like a good Monarch, honestly. 3 4 and 2. There we go. Okay, so Broly's 2 upgrades away, and he's pretty much down to 8 million. So there honestly really is no point in placing anyone else. Broly can definitely take care of it. So yeah, there we go. That one was just over 4 minutes there. So just math that out. It's an average of like over 2k gems every hour. So there's that. There's teams that are like way faster. I'm talking sub like 1 minute. I'm not sure if it's a bug or whatever, but either way, there are teams that are way faster, which unfortunately do end up including Alucard and like Kafka and stuff like that. So yeah, this is pretty much more of like a quote-unquote free-to-play friendly version of it. You know, you can probably farm up your Rukia, get an okay trait on her. Like you saw, we didn't even place her at all. We just placed one Monarch, which was our Broly, and then our Urza literally never got upgraded, and she has Marksman. So, but yeah, average of 4 minutes there. It's not terrible. With my macro, I am doing 3.5. I think I might be crazy. Not sure how it's doing it, but it's something you guys can probably figure out. Yeah, I figured I would show what I'm doing. Out of both of them, I'm definitely doing the Sid one, because it's just straight up more efficient. But if you literally cannot, for whatever reason, like I showed you that first method where you restart on wave 10, if you're a newer player, that works perfectly fine. And if you're like I want to say mid-game / late game player, going up to wave 50 and then restarting again is also a very, very effective method of just straight up farming some gems. So if you want to AFK, you really don't want to get informal, just get Tiny Task. It's free. Do the infinite, and then just get those 50 waves, and then just go touch grass, bro. Like, straight up go outside, and then eventually you will have Alucard in your hands, just like I will. This was literally just like, I think, a little over a day of me farming the Sid stage, so there's that. I did forget there's also the World Destroyer game mode. I will show this a little bit. You can get 50,000 gems with 2 coins, which you can essentially buy 10 times. So if we do 50,000 times 10, that's literally 50,000 gems just sitting right there. So I definitely go for that for sure. I'm 19,640 summons to go. Super simple video this week. Everything else is pretty much dead. Every single tower defense is dry as hell. So I figured I would just share what I've been doing while we wait for updates patiently, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that was a video.